Hi there, it's Erica. We'll give it 1 minute. I just wanted to get online, make sure everything works. All right, well, it's 4 p.m. on the dot, and I want to say hello and welcome. Thank you to Omstars for hosting me. Thank you to Kino for hosting me. Really appreciate it. My name is Erica Mather, and I am the author of Your Body, Your Best Friend. And this particular little 3-part series is designed to be a companion course to this book. And the reason I wanted to supply some companion work is because if you want to make friends with your body, you gotta, well, engage with your body. A book is like a great idea, but kind of a funny method to help you make friends with your body. The reason I wrote the book is because one of the things I've found is a lot of times the obstacle to you making friends with your body is what you think about it, and therefore how you feel about it. So I hope you'll read the book, but today's classes and the next couple of weeks of classes are to identify and to help you with basic tools of what goes on inside while you practice that will help you make friends with your body. So a few things before we get started. First of all, I'm in New York City. We're in the middle of a pandemic. So literally I am in my studio, my studio apartment. And therefore, I don't have a lot of space. This is a very low-tech kind of setup, and I am my own camera operator. So I'll be moving my camera at certain points in order to give you better visuals. What else? I think that might be it. I think that's all you really need to know sort of about the view and the technicalities. Now, in terms of props, I like you to have something to squeeze. This is a rolled up mat, but a block will do nicely as well. I actually have 3 blocks because I'm a little bit of like a block snob. So I like different textures and things like that. So if you don't already have a block, grab a block. And if anybody is pregnant, there will be some things that we'll do that I'd prefer that you not do. And I'll kind of shout out like, this isn't for if you're pregnant, here's an alternative. And it's going to rely a little bit on your prior knowledge of yoga in general. That's the sound of New York City. I live across the street from a hospital. Yeah, I know. Relaxing music. You'll be fine without any equipment. That's okay. Yeah, I'll give you some help. Yeah, if you want to put your own music on in the background, go ahead. But there will be sirens, and it's New York. What can I say? Okie doke. So today's class is called breath. Why is it called breath? It's called breath because the fundamental language of your body is breath. So think about this. Your body doesn't speak English. It doesn't speak English. What does it speak? Its very first language is breath. You come in on an inhale, you're going to go out on an exhale. And that through line between is your body's understanding of life. The other languages that I talk about in my book are movement and touch, but we're going to work with breath today. So if you want to be friends with your body, I advise that you learn its language. Yeah? And its language, first and foremost, as we've established, is breath. Now, Kino is an Ashtangi, right? And the Ashtangis breathe really well. And in my practice, we use Ujjayi. Ujjayi is the way that you connect your mind to your body and talk to your body. Yeah. So let's begin there. Just breathe in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Seal the lips and breathe in with that whisper sound at the back of the throat. And it'll feel a little bit like a yawning sensation. And then when you exhale out, breathe out through the nose. That ujjayi, that whisper sound at the back of the throat. And then I want you to do two things really strongly through the whole class. One is to listen to the sound of your breath. So you'll hear it kind of like in your jaw, you might hear it in your throat, you might hear it in your chest. I want you to listen to the sound of the breath. Take the inhale and listen. Exhale and listen. And then feel for it also. And feel for it, like, where do you feel it? Do that piece. Do you feel it in your throat? Do you feel it in your chest? Do you feel it around your heart? And then in each and every pose, the work here is very simple. It's just to listen to the breath and feel the breath. Listen to the breath, feel the breath. That's it. We're going to do a relatively simple practice, but this work is the deep and advanced internal work of making friends with your body. The poses are kind of like an end game. It's like, what is the medium that happens in between? It's the breathing. Yeah. So let's take a few more breaths, eyes open or eyes closed, just to really anchor on that intent for our time together. Feel the breath, hear the breath. Cool. Yeah. So if you go inside and you feel it somewhere really strongly, then just like keep hanging on to that. All right, here comes a camera change. Down to the floor. And back. All right, starting out with a seated side bend. So switch the cross of your legs so that you're like exploring both crosses of the legs. And don't get too committed to one and not the other. And then reach your left hand straight out from your hip on fingertips. So straight out on the floor. Then inhale up with the right arm. Exhale, lean into the side bend, flatten the left hand to the floor, reach the right arm over the ear. Ease left shoulder down and away from the ear, relax your neck. So this is a feature of my home practice, which is called forest yoga, to let go in the neck and explore there. And then all of that energy that might have been bound up in holding your neck, listen to your breath, feel your breath. Inhale, expand ribs. Exhale, soften in the pose as much as you can without losing the integrity of the shape. So it's like hold the shape, but be soft within it. Now the second arm position is called neck release. Just sweep the right arm up and over and down. And stop when the right arm is hovering. The right arm rather is resting against the ribs and the hand is hovering above the floor. And let go in the neck a little bit more. Breathe in and listen to the breath and feel the breath. It's like, where do you feel it in the pose? And if listening and feeling is like too complicated, then pick one. And the one I'd really want you to go for actually is, where do you feel it in the pose? All right, that's the real direct connection for you in the body. Now, to come out of the pose, reach with your right hand, push the floor with the left. And then once the torso is upright, pause. Do this kindness for yourself of picking up your head with your hand. So left hand to the side of the face and lift the head up, put it back on top of the spine. And switch the cross of your legs. Let's go to the other side. Stretch the right hand straight out from your hip on fingertips. And inhale up with the left arm. Exhale, lean into the side bend. Flatten the right hand to the floor, left arm overhead. And the position of the left arm, it's a little bit out of the frame. I apologize. It could be straight up towards the ceiling or over the ear. Just feel where you're not working so hard in the pose that you could actually focus your attention on the experience of the breath. Inhale and expand the ribs. Exhale, relax the neck a little bit more. And then stay in the side bend. Nothing else moves except the left arm. Reach it up and over and down. And stop when the left arm rests against the left side of the rib cage. And you might be able to stretch out the neck more because you're not holding the arm up. And then feel, where do you experience the breath in the pose? I feel it kind of up and underneath my left collarbone. Exhale, relax the neck a little bit more. Soften in the jaw, tongue, and the lips. And then to come out of the poses, reach with the left hand, push the floor away with the right so the torso tilts upright. And then do this kindness for your own neck. Cradle your head in your hand. And then from there, pick up the head, put it back on top of the spine. And just pause and rest and feel like what occurred in your neck. And then take a breath, just here, a feeling breath. Feel the breath in your body. And then lie down on your back. And if you have something to squeeze, take it along with you. If you don't have something to squeeze, no problem. Lie down on your back. And once you're on your back, if you have something to squeeze, I want you to put it between your thighs. If you don't have something to squeeze, no worries, okay? Lay all the way down. Now, if you're pregnant, you are not going to do any of the lifting or any of the breath holding that I'm about to instruct, but what you will do is this. Here, we'll do it together. So just in case anybody's pregnant, let's all do this together, though. So breathe in. And then as you exhale, tilt the pubic bone towards the navel and squeeze your prop, if you have it, right? And if you don't have a prop to squeeze, well, you could use a pillow. Actually, something off your couch works very nicely, yeah? Squeeze something. And then inhale, release. Exhale, press the low back into the floor, curl the pubic bone towards the navel, and just squeeze your item, whatever it is lightly. If you're pregnant, that's what you're doing, while the rest of us are doing something else. Yeah? Feeling the breath, listening to the breath is the priority. Everybody else, clasp hands behind the head and the neck, point the elbows up towards the ceiling, and begin with the head down. Breathe in, just feel the course of the breath right here. How does it travel within the pose, within the body? Then hold the breath, so pause, press the low back down, curl the pubic bone towards the navel, squeeze your prop. If you don't have a prop, no worries, just fake squeeze. Fake it till you make it. Then exhale, curl head and shoulders up, send the elbows forward towards the thighs. And this movement is propelled by the exhale, right? So the exhale is actually helping you to move. And inhale, shoulders and head back down to the floor. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Feel how the exhale helps you lift the torso. Then inhale and lie down, and feel how lying down helps you breathe in. Hold the breath, curl the pubic bone towards the navel, squeeze the roll. Then exhale, curl head and shoulders, and maybe shoulder blades up. Bottom of exhale, squeeze low abdomen down towards the spine. Inhale, shoulders and head back to the mat. Feel the breath in the pose. It moves differently in every posture. This is part of what's exciting about yoga and breathing. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl head and shoulders and maybe shoulder blades up. Bottom of exhale, squeeze low abdomen down towards the spine. Then inhale, shoulders and head back to the mat. One more like this. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up, squeeze the roll. Then exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Use the exhale to help you lift and the lift to help you exhale. And inhale, shoulders and head back down to the mat. Remove your prop, set it off to the side. And then I just want to get some of my props out of the frame. And then doing basic elbow to knee, another abdominal. So if you're pregnant, we can all do this together. So you can do this sort of basic pregnant situation. Here's how it goes. Breathe in. Exhale, drive the low back into the floor and just pick up the right leg, stopping when the knee is over the hip. And then inhale, put the foot down, but stabilize the back against the mat. Exhale, curl pubic bone towards navel, scooping tailbone up, and then pick up the left leg. And stop when the knee is over the hip. So that's what you'll do if you're pregnant. And if you're not pregnant, you'll do what I'm about to instruct. Clasp hands behind head and neck. Point the elbows up towards the ceiling. And inhale, curl head and shoulders off the floor. Hold the breath. Press the low back down to curl the pubic bone towards the navel. And as you exhale, just pick up the right leg, kind of like you're marching, and reach both elbows towards the right thigh a little bit. Elbows don't swing out. They both point towards the thigh. Then inhale to center. Put the foot down. Head and shoulders stay up. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, pick up the left leg. Reach both elbows towards it. And at the bottom of the exhale, squeeze low abdomen down towards the spine. Inhale to center. Put your foot down. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up, and exhale, pick up the right leg, reach both elbows towards it, and at the bottom of the exhale, squeeze low abdomen down towards the spine. Inhale, put your foot down, bring the head and the shoulders back to center. Hold the breath, curl the pubic bone towards the navel, and exhale, pick up the left leg, reach both elbows towards it, and at the bottom of the exhale, squeeze low abdomen down towards the spine. Now, listen to your breath. Inhale, put the foot down, bring the head and shoulders back to center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, pick up the right leg. Reach both elbows towards it. Listen to your breath. Feel your own breath. Inhale to center, put the foot down. Hold the breath, curl the pubic bone towards the navel. And exhale, pick up the left leg, reach both elbows towards it. Hear your exhale. Feel your exhale. Inhale back to center, head down and foot down as you exhale out. And then pause and take a feeling breath. And this is a breath in which you feel the effects of the posture. A lot of times we think about the posture, you analyze it, you run your mind through the body. That's not it. It's feel by breathing. Very different thing. Now, let's get ready for bridge. If you're pregnant, you can rejoin us in this. If you're very pregnant and lying on your back is not great for you, then what I'd like you to do is sit up and come into a straddle and work some side bends. That's what you'll do if you're pregnant and lying on your back for so long is not great. Otherwise, here we go for bridge. Now listen carefully because the way they instruct bridge might be very different from what you're accustomed to. So first off, reach down, touch the backs of the heels of the fingertips. And this will position the ankles beneath the knee. And then relax the arms. And this is usually where things go sideways if you're not accustomed to my instructions. So relax the arms, turn palms up, and you can even slide the arms away from the torso a little bit, almost like Shavasana. Then inhale, expand ribs. Exhale, press feet down on the floor, scoop the hips up off the mat. And you don't have to go very high here, right? So if you glance at me, my hips are actually pretty low. So because what I'm interested in here is like Really lengthening out the low back and stretching out the quads at the same time. And what I'm interested in is the breath. So sometimes when you go to the full expression of your pose, you miss the breath. And I don't want you to miss that. So if you're at your full expression, I want you to back out a little bit and then just focus on the sound of the inhale and the feeling of the inhale. Breathe in, expand ribs. Exhale, press feet into the floor, curl the pubic bone towards the navel. So you're smoothing out the low back. So any back bend in the pose is happening through lengthening the thighs and opening the upper back. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, press down through the heels, curl pubic bone towards the navel, maybe sending the hips a little bit higher. Maybe. Now, why do I say maybe? Because you gotta pay attention to the breath. The breath will tell you, and the body will tell you. But if you're not paying attention to the breath and the body, then you'll just kind of like cram yourself into a pose, just bypassing the organic rate of release of the body. Inhale, expand ribs. Exhale, press through the feet, curl the pubic bone towards the navel, and then maybe the hips can go a little bit higher, and your legs should be cooking, and your butt should be cooking, and that's good. That's your legs getting stronger. Enjoy that feeling. Take the next breath to really feel it and listen to it. And then come on down out of the pose. Upper back first, mid back, low back, curl the pubic bone towards the navel, settle the pelvis to the floor, settle the sacrum to the floor, and then pause and take a feeling breath. Really don't assume you know what that means. Get curious about that instruction. Take a feeling breath. Then roll off to your left and press on up to sit. Once you're upright, come down onto forearms and knees. And I'm gonna do a little camera reset here. We're going farther away from one another, slowly. Slowly getting farther away. Okay, so come down onto forearms and knees, getting ready for dolphin. So your dolphin setup is from forearms, crisscross the forearms to hang on to opposite upper arms. I'm just gonna turn so you can see the front for a moment. It's here, yeah, between the shoulder and the elbow. So it's not down here. It'll be too wide if you take that lower measurement. That's it. And then once you got